Our long awaited once in a while male character is almost here, and this video is a complete guide for him and covers everything you need to know from his kit to best builds, teams and rotations. Without any further ado, let's jump right into it. Qiuyuan's forte is divided into 3 parts with 200 points each. He gets 400 points from his intro skill and 100 points from his basic attack stage 3 or dodge counter and 100 points from every stage of his enhanced basic attack combo. When Qiuyuan has at least 200 points, that is when at least one forte bar is filled, his basic attacks are enhanced to a 4-hit combo called as Ink Wash, which deal higher damage and is considered as heavy attack damage. Qiuyuan, whenever he casts his heavy attack, can cast the last hit of his enhanced combo after it, which is nice as this attack restores his forte and can be useful in his rotations, which I will explain in a bit. When he has 400 points, that is after the second bar is filled, the entire team gains 30% echo skill damage for 30 seconds. And when all of his forte bars are filled, he enters into an enhanced state called as Ink Splash of Mind, where his heavy attacks are replaced. You have to hold the attack button to cast a special heavy attack which has 3 stages. This damage is considered as heavy attack damage. However, the action of these attacks are considered as casting echo skill, which is really great for Girlbrainer to fill her forte and for Frolova for extra enhanced attacks. His resonance skill just deals some damage. If you tap it while he is being attacked, he will stagnate the enemy. The damage is considered as echo skill damage. You can also hold it if there is no enemy nearby. It is a great skill for exploration. His liberation has one of his biggest buffs. First of all, it deals a nuke damage which is considered as echo skill damage and gives the whole team a crit damage buff. For every 1% crit rate over 50%, he gives 2% crit damage up to 30%. In simple terms, you need a total of 65% crit rate on him. The buff lasts for 30 seconds. His next biggest buff is from his outro, which gives 50% echo skill amplification to the next character for 14 seconds. His inherent passive gives him 10% attack increase, and the second one gives a 50% damage increase to his enhanced forte heavy attacks, and the last hit of the heavy attack combo restores 30 concerto. After his intro skill, Qiuyuan can directly cast basic attack 3. One more thing I would like to mention is that he has auto dodge counters in his kit. After casting a basic attack or a heavy attack, he auto dodges the next damage. However, there is a major flaw in this. First, there's a 1 second delay in its activation, which sucks. Second, it only works on normal basic attacks and heavy attack, not on the forte enhanced attacks. So the major usage of this is to aura farm, unless they decide to change it when he is actually released. Qiuyuan's damage profile is divided into 2 major types. One is echo skill damage and the other one is heavy attack damage, with heavy attack damage consisting of higher portion. For his silent priority, prioritizes forte, then liberation, followed by resonance skill, intro and basic attacks. Moving on to his sequences. Qiuyuan's sequences provide a ridiculous damage boost unlike other characters. The first sequence gives his forte attacks interruption resistance and 20% crit rate increase, which is nice but not needed. The second sequence gives an additional 30% echo skill damage amplification buff when 2 bars of his forte are filled. Third sequence is the biggest upgrade. If you are pulling for his sequences, you have to pull this. First of all, this sequence gives a 500% multiplier boost to his liberation. After that, when Qiuyuan's forte is not filled, his resonance skill is enhanced, which on casting consumes 60 concerto, deals a massive 500% arrow damage, which is considered as echo skill damage, and fills 2 bars of his forte. After this skill, he starts from his enhanced basic attack stage 3, which is great for his combo. After that, his forte heavy attacks gain a 600% multiplier increase, and after casting the enhanced skill, his next outro skill will deal 500% arrow damage, which is considered as echo skill damage. All in all, it is an insane sequence, making him a very strong main DPS. It changes his rotation, which I will mention in the rotation section. The sequence 4 gives him 20% attack, the sequence 5 gives his attacks 15% defense ignore. The 6 is another boost to his sequence 3. After casting the enhanced skill, he gets 100% crit damage increase for 6 seconds. Additionally, the last stage of his enhanced basic attack and the last stage of his forte heavy attack stagnates the enemy. And when his Ink Splash of Mind state ends, that is the state he enters when his forte is filled, he deals a 600% arrow damage considered as echo skill damage. Now let's talk about his rotations. We first start with his intro that will give us 2 of his forte charges. Then use his echo skill as it is necessary to trigger some buffs from his set, weapon and passive. Then use basic attack 3 and 4 as he directly starts from basic attack 3 after his intro. Then use his resonance skill, which can be skipped unless you need it for resonance energy, or if you are using the Emerald of Genesis. Then use his liberation, 3 forte heavy attacks and outro. When using him as a main DPS or while using him as a support in Frolova Shorekeeper team, you need to add one more forte rotation. So in such teams, the initial rotation remains the same, and after the 3 forte heavy attacks, fill his first forte bar by casting the heavy attack plus enhanced basic attack 4 combo twice, then cast the 4 hit enhanced basic attack combo to fill the rest of his forte, and do the 3 enhanced forte attacks, skill and outro. With his third sequence, his DPS rotation changes a bit as he can use his resonance skill to gain the initial forte points required. The initial rotation remains the same, and after the 3 forte attacks, use the special resonance skill of his third sequence that will give him 400 forte. Then use his enhanced basic attack 3 and 4 to fill his forte, followed by forte heavy attacks. After this, you can swap out or choose to extend the rotations further by doing the heavy attack plus enhanced basic attack 4 combo. Now let's move on to his echoes. For his echo set, there are two main options. The first one is the Law of Harmony set. This set gives 30% heavy attack damage and up to 16% echo skill damage bonus to the whole team for 30 seconds. And the 2-piece sets to pair with this are any of the arrow sets or lingering tunes, or the energy regen sets like Moonlit or Tide Breaking if you lack energy. The main echo skill can either be Fenrico or Nightmare Phalion Beringal. This set is best when using him with Galbrena or Frolova, who deal a lot of echo skill damage. This is the best for DPS playstyle as well in teams without Chakona. In DPS teams with Chakona, his best set becomes a Windward Pilgrimage with Fleur-de-Lis echo skill. Other niche options that you can use are Moonlit if you just want him for the buffs, or if your main DPS has a much higher investment than him. Midnight Veil is also an option in Frolova teams. For his energy regen, try to get around 30%. If you are using the extended rotation, then you can go for a lower amount. For his echo stats, crit on the 4 cost, double arrow or a combination of 1 arrow and 1 attack on the 3 cost, and attack on the 1 cost. For his substats, get the required amount of energy regen, then prioritize crit stats, attack percent, heavy attack damage bonus and flat attack. Moving on to his weapons. His best weapon is obviously going to be a signature. It gives up to 60% heavy attack damage bonus and gives a team-wide 20% echo skill damage bonus, which is really good. Fortunately, the weapon is not that big of an increase, especially when you consider the team DPS in sub DPS playstyle, so you can skip it. After the signature comes any of the 5-star crit stat sticks. Blazing Brilliance and Red Spring provide the 12% attack from their passive, but Emerald of Genesis gives 12.8% energy regen, which can be more helpful to reach the energy requirements. And if you don't have any of these weapons, you can use the Lumin Gloss, Command of Conviction, Endless Collapse or any of the attack percent weapons. Moving on to his team comps. Just a quick note, if you are enjoying this video so far, it will really help me out if you could like and share the video and leave a comment. As you all know, being an echo skill damage buffer, he is the best in slot for the two only main DPS that can deal echo skill damage, Galbrena and Frolova. Not only his buffs, he also has many actions in his kit which are considered as casting echo skill, which is really great for both Galbrena and Frolova. In Galbrena team, the last slot can be filled by sustain support, and for Frolova teams, you can either use a sustain support like Shorekeeper or Cantrella, both giving similar results. In the Shorekeeper team of Frolova, you will need to do the extended 2x forte rotation. Credits to Bittexu on X for the calculations. For a DPS playstyle, since most of his damage comes from his heavy attack, Yuno becomes a base teammate with her own high personal damage, heavy attack buff and healing. And for the last slot of this team, Chakona is a best character as she can deal high damage and give a team-wide 24% arrow damage bonus. But if you don't have her, you can use a sustain support like Shorekeeper or Arrow Rover as he can give arrow buffs. If you don't have Yuno, Mordefi works as a replacement with a sustain support in the third slot. So overall, Qiuyuan is looking to be a really good character as he is able to support two of the top tier DPS characters, and he can also be used as a main DPS if you want. If you are someone who pulls for sequences, that's another huge plus. Qiuyuan's sequences are absolutely broken. But if you already have a strong team for Galbrena and Frolova, like if you have the Lupa Mono Fusion team or Cantarella for Frolova, it is fine to skip Qiuyuan. Yes, he will make a better team for them, but it is not needed as they perform really well in their old teams. Also for Wuthering Waves, Galbrena's Mono Fusion team might actually be better than the Qiuyuan team. Let me know in the comments if you are going to pull Qiuyuan and how much are you going to invest in him. And that was all for this video. Join my Discord server to hang out with other Wuthering Waves players. Don't forget to like and share the video and subscribe for more Wuthering Waves content. Thanks for watching.